Hello gamers, Agathor here with a guide to cooking in 0.46. Before you start cooking you will need a few items: meat, a fireplace kit, firewood and matches. My hunting guide will tell you how to get meat. You can craft a fireplace kit in 4 different ways: bandages and wooden sticks, rags and wooden sticks, paper and wooden sticks, and finally a book and wooden sticks. The 4 different types of fireplace kit do not look different or cook meat at different speeds. Firewood does spawn in several spawn points, but the easiest way to get firewood is using an axe on a tree. Add the firewood to your fireplace kit to save on some space. Matches are best found in house blocks like these. Polana is a great place to find items for cooking and hunting. Once you have these ingredients, place the fireplace kit with the firewood inside on the floor. Drag the matches to your hand and right click the fireplace to get the ignite option. Sometimes it won't ignite. This is caused by wind and rain. Rain is pretty easy to avoid, but there is currently no way to avoid wind. If you've used 5 matches and haven't lit your fire yet, wait a few minutes before trying again to save on your matches. You can add stones to a fireplace, but adding stones seems to make no difference at all to anything at this time after several tests. You can also cook meat by combining a gas canister, stove and cooking pot or frying pan. You don't need matches to light a gas stove, but this method only burns meat, so a fireplace is much better for now. When placing meat on a fire, drag and drop to the fireplace, not the fireplace slots. Doing this will allow you to fit 5 chunks of meat on your fire. That's the basic stuff covered, but what I'm sure most of you want to know is how long it takes to actually cook the meat. Obviously, to find this out I needed to conduct some tests. Here are the results from several tests I conducted. Total percentage of meat does not dictate cook speed. Amount of slots used does not dictate cook speed. Different meats do not cook at different speeds. Food does not cook slower in the rain. All food burns exactly 15 seconds after it changes to the cooked status. Whatever I tried, it didn't give me any indication of cook speed, so I tested if the cook speed is server related. I cooked the same amount of meat on 2 different servers. They both had different cook speeds. Finally, some data we can use. This indicates that cook speed potentially is based on environmental effects in game. However, this tells us nothing about cook speed, so I dug a little deeper and continued tests on several different servers to find the answer. While I was on a server where I was breathing air vapor, it clicked. What if server temperature determines cook speed? The hidden stat that causes breath vapor from our characters could potentially slow down cook speed. So I lit a fire on a server where I was breathing air vapor and lit a fire on a server where I was not breathing air vapor and recorded the results. Lo and behold, the server which caused air vapor took much longer to cook on. But that's not the end of it. Upon looking over the footage for both of these tests, I noticed that the fireplace that took longer to cook also took longer to heat up the meat. It would seem that cook speed is mainly determined by how fast the meat goes from no colour to a bright red colour. So, as a rule of thumb, if the meat you're cooking is bright red, it's going to become cooked any second. As soon as food becomes cooked, you have exactly 15 seconds to remove it from the fire before it burns. Double clicking can speed this process up. Demystifying cooking was difficult. Without the help of Kitchilron and Quantum AI, this video would not exist, so much love and thanks to those two. Now, if you've seen my hunting and now cooking guide, but still haven't given hunting or cooking a go, I would highly recommend doing so. Having the opportunity to get food wherever you want does not tie you down to familiar towns. If you learned something in this video, please give it a like. Thank you for watching, happy cooking, and I will see you in the next video.